All right, so get ready to dive into some serious wisdom today, folks, because we're tackling Kashmiri proverbs.
Ooh, I love these.
Yeah, those little gems of knowledge passed down through generations.
Like tiny time capsules of culture.
Exactly. And our guide for this journey is The Wit of Kashmir by Sudarshan Kashkari.
Fantastic book.
It's a treasure trove of proverbs, really fascinating stuff.
And, you can learn so much about a culture just by exploring its proverbs.
Right, like it's a direct line to their values, beliefs.
The humor, even.
You get a sense of their soul.
Exactly.
And the book's preface really emphasizes that, how proverbs are like these concentrated drops of wisdom.
Yeah, it's true.
And get this, the compiler's note mentions how Kashmiri folks, even today, like they weave these sayings into everyday conversation.
It's like breeze.
Like it's in their DNA.
Yeah, like second nature.
So, are you ready to jump in?
Oh, absolutely. Let's do it.
Okay, let's start with one that really resonated with me. Gari Nirunu Haza,
Ooh, that's a good one.
which translates to, my home, I would never leave my home.
Beautiful, isn't it?
It's like this deep connection to their homeland.
It is. You see, for many, Kashmiri's home isn't just a place. It's this feeling of belonging, It's like their identity.
Yeah, and especially given the history of the region, this proverb takes on, like, even more significance.
Definitely a sense of longing almost.
Resilience.
Yeah.
Okay, here's one that's a bit more, shall we say, pragmatic.
Bring it on.
Kartsolis Bada,
Okay.
which means the she-ass bore a dozen foals. The load never left her back.
Oh, wow.
Blunt, right?
It is very direct.
Speaks to the weight of responsibility, the burdens that people carry.
Yeah, often without complaint, too.
Yeah.
Reminds me of some Sanskrit proverbs that use different imagery.
Really?
But they have the similar message about duty and perseverance.
That's fascinating how these proverbs connect to, like, broader themes, in other cultures.
Absolutely, yeah.
Okay, ready for a visual?
I'm ready. Give me a visual.
Asmanu piath tu buturats dab,
Okay.
which means fallen from the sky, knocked down upon the earth.
Wow, that's powerful.
Right.
Yeah.
It's like sudden change in fortune, a fall from grace.
It is. It makes you think about how unpredictable life can be.
It does.
Things changing in an instant.
Totally.
And that theme of like the fickleness of fate, you see it reflected in proverbs all over the world.
It's a universal human experience.
It is, yeah.
Distilled into this single phrase.
Exactly.
But hey, let's not dwell on the heavy stuff.
Right.
Here's a Kashmiri proverb that I think we can all get behind.
Yeah.
Asul gavlasam.
Love it.
Laugh and live.
Simple but profound.
Right. It's
Yeah.
that reminder that even when things are tough, there's always room for joy.
Take a reminder.
And laughter, it can be a source of strength.
It is,
Yeah.
like a little mantra for tough times.
It is.
Yeah.
Okay, last one for this section.
Okay.
And it's about relationships, their complexity.
Yeah.
Altu chutu miathron. That translates to, when hands are empty, the friend breaks away.
That's a tough one.
Yeah, a little stark.
It is, yeah.
But it's about how some friendships, they're based on convenience.
More than a genuine connection.
Right.
Yeah, it makes you think about the friendships that really last.
Through thick and thin.
Yeah, regardless of what's going on.
So what do you think so far? Are you starting to get a sense of the wit and wisdom woven into these Kashmiri proverbs?
Oh, absolutely. It's amazing how they can be both so specific to Kashmiri culture, but also like universal in their themes.
Yeah, they touch on these fundamental human experiences.
They do, those things that connect us all, cross borders, languages, everything.
And it's really interesting. A lot of these proverbs, they have parallels in other languages and cultures.
Oh, for sure.
For example, that proverb about the she-ass and the burden, kartsolis baza, it's got a similar feel to a Hindi saying,
Okay.
which means, why draw water from a well when the fire is on?
Right.
Both of them emphasizing tackling responsibilities head on.
Even when they feel overwhelming.
Exactly.
And the way they use imagery, like the rhyme, the contrast, it's so clever.
Yeah, it's designed to stick with you.
It is, to make you think.
It's like little puzzle boxes waiting to be unlocked.
That's a good way to put it.
And speaking of unlocking secrets, these proverbs, they offer these glimpses into historical influences on Kashmiri culture.
Absolutely.
Some of them reference specific places like Lahore, which is Lahore,
Okay.
or Dilihun Saf, meaning the spoils of Delhi.
Right, pointing to those historical events, migrations, movements of people and ideas.
Yeah, like pieces of a puzzle.
They are fascinating.
And then you have proverbs that mention, like, Mughal or Pathan rule,
Hmm.
giving you clues about the social and political dynamics of those times.
Yeah, like little historical whispers.
Exactly.
Love it.
And it's not just about history. These proverbs, they also provide valuable sociological insights.
Oh, definitely.
You can see what was important to the Kashmiri people, like the emphasis on home and family. Remember Gari Narunu Haza?
Yeah.
There are also proverbs that talk about like social hierarchies, oppression, the resilience of the people,
Yeah, it's like these sayings or whispering stories of survival, adaptation.
and the enduring spirit of the Kashmiri people.
Exactly. It's amazing how language can do that, preserve cultural memory, offer guidance
Yeah,
for navigating life's challenges.
absolutely. And before we get too carried away, let's take a quick break.
Okay.
But when we come back, we'll dive into even more captivating Kashmiri proverbs.
Sounds good.
And we'll also touch on a fantastic resource for anyone who wants to delve deeper into the world of Kashmiri culture and history, the Kashmiri Global Podcast.
Oh, yeah, that's a good one.
Yes.
Such a great initiative.
Stay tuned, listeners. This deep dive into Kashmiri proverbs is just getting started.
Definitely is. You know, it's incredible how these little sayings can open up like these huge conversations about history, culture, even human nature.
It is, right. Each proverb's like a tiny thread you pull on it.
And this whole tapestry of meaning unfolds.
Exactly.
I love that.
Okay, are you ready for more?
Hit me.
And this next one's pretty fascinating. Ach piath no mach zuvuni.
Okay.
It means to tolerate, not even a fly upon the eye.
Oh, that's a good one. You know, the imagery there is so intense. It's not just about protecting someone, it's about shielding them from any discomfort.
Like the slightest annoyance.
Yeah, exactly.
Doesn't matter how small.
It's often used to describe like a parent's love for a child.
Oh, I see.
That instinct to protect them.
Like you'd create a force field around them if you could.
That's a great way to put it, yeah.
Okay, let's shift gears a bit with this one. Admila badnav nu adnavla badnav.
Okay.
It means a person of low birth shall manage to live, but a person who has incurred a bad name shall not.
That's interesting. That one really speaks volumes about the importance of reputation.
Yeah, social standing.
Yeah, in Kashmiri society. It suggests that, like, once your reputation's tarnished, it's almost impossible to overcome.
Regardless of your background.
Yeah, like a bad name can cast a very long shadow.
It's like a warning. Be careful what you do. Your actions have consequences.
It is, yeah.
Makes you think twice about gossiping.
Absolutely. But, you know, it's interesting how even though times change, some values stay the same.
That's true.
Like a good name, it always matters.
Okay, here's one that feels very relevant to our world today.
Okay.
Babu butam tu kadmata kartam, which translates to, Father is old and serve me.
Oh, wow. That's, there's a sense of entitlement there.
There is, right.
Yeah.
Like shifting family dynamics.
It is maybe a bit of generational clash.
Right. Where's the respect for elders?
Yeah, exactly. It's like a demand for service instead.
The sign of the times, maybe.
It is, yeah. Societal values evolving.
Not always in a straight line.
That's true.
Speaking of evolving values, here's one I think many people can relate to. Babu nudur tu, house mandam.
Okay.
This means, please, Father, fix my marriage, and big tasks require time to accomplish.
Oh, I love that. It's like you want instant solutions for complex problems.
Right.
Marriage, I mean, that's not a quick fix.
You want the result without the process.
Yeah, exactly.
Like wanting a gourmet meal in 5 minutes.
Exactly. A good reminder to be patient.
Sometimes the best things take time.
They do, absolutely.
Okay, let's play with some wordplay now.
Ooh, I like wordplay.
This one's pretty clever. Bazi zia gasuf,
Okay.
meaning if it comes, it is all wool. If it goes, it is but grass. It's poetic, right?
It is beautiful imagery.
Yeah, and it speaks to the ups and downs of life.
It does. Like the good times, we should savor those.
Because they might not last.
Exactly. But the bad times,
They'll pass too.
they will. Finding that balance is key.
Riding the waves.
That's it.
Okay, before we wrap up this section, let's do one more. This one's a bit cheeky. Bikulu kanan garu pathka.
All right, let's hear.
It means there's no idiot 11 per house.
I love that.
So relatable.
It is. It really makes you think about how quick we are to judge others when we all have our own moments.
Everyone's got their quirks.
Exactly. We're all human.
It's a good reminder.
It is. Be kind.
You know, it's amazing how these proverbs, they come from Kashmir, but they resonate with everyone.
They do. There's a real universality to their wisdom.
So true. So before we get into the last few, I think it's time to mention that resource we talked about earlier.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
The Kashmiri Global Podcast.
It's such a fantastic way to delve deeper into Kashmiri culture.
If you're intrigued by what we've been talking about, you've got to check it out.
I agree. It's a must listen.
Okay, listeners, are you ready for the final round of Kashmiri Proverbs? We've got a few more gems to unpack, and then we'll wrap up this deep dive.
Sounds good. I'm ready.
Okay, we're back for the final stretch of our Kashmiri proverb adventure.
I'm excited. We've got some really good ones left.
Yeah, some real thought-provoking stuff.
They really make you think.
All right, let's jump in with Bigar tai asi gashin to march guadiath.
Okay.
It translates to be foremost labor, to march even on Bigar, forced labor.
Ah, that's powerful.
It is, isn't it? It talks about resilience in the face of, like, real adversity.
It does. Bagar refers to forced labor.
Yeah.
A system that was really exploitative.
Unjust.
But this proverb, it encourages people to still find a way to benefit, to make progress.
Even under those conditions.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like saying, don't let the circumstances define you.
Find a way to thrive.
Take control.
Exacto.
Okay, let's lighten things up a bit
All right, I like it.
with this one. Boni tarun muhulvaji,
Okay.
which translates to bore a chinar
Mm-hmm.
with a wooden pestle.
Aha. Oh, I love that one.
Chinar trees, those are massive, right?
They are huge.
So imagine trying to, like, bore into one.
With a little wooden pestle.
Just ridiculous.
Futile. Totally futile.
This proverb is often used to describe someone, like, attempting something way beyond their capabilities.
Or just putting effort into something that'll never work.
It's like trying to empty the ocean with a teaspoon.
Exactly.
A good reminder to choose your battles
Yeah, know when to walk away.
when something's not worth the effort.
Absolutely. Save your energy.
Now let's look at one that reflects, like, social dynamics a bit more. Brumchasant voler pazun,
Yeah.
meaning to desist the PLR of the brim with a tiny twig.
Now, who are the PLR?
Good question. The PLR were a specific group of water carriers in Kashmiri society,
Okay.
and they were often from, like, a lower social class.
So this proverb is saying,
It's using this analogy to show how pointless it is to try to control someone of a higher status.
with weak means.
Yeah, like a tiny twig against a powerful force.
Right. You're not going to get very far.
It's about understanding the balance of power.
And using your energy wisely.
Exactly.
Don't fight a losing battle.
Okay, this next one feels especially relevant today.
All right. I'm intrigued.
Dakhkaniru kei parudev miba, dap paniov male.
Okay. What does it mean?
It means who ate away the grapes? Outsiders? Oh, I feared our own men had done so.
Oh, the irony.
Right. It's about that tendency to blame outsiders.
Without even considering it could be someone close to you.
Yeah, like a lack of self-reflection.
Exactly. Jumping to conclusions.
Before looking inward,
It's a call for critical thinking.
questioning our own biases.
Absolutely.
Well, I think we've covered a pretty wide range of Kashmiri proverbs today.
We have. It's been fascinating.
Each one offering a glimpse into the culture
The values, the worldview.
of the Kashmiri people.
Yeah, their wisdom.
And for anyone who wants to keep exploring, I think the Kashmiri Global Podcast is a great next step.
Oh, definitely. They do such a good job of showcasing Kashmiri heritage.
It's like they're building a bridge between cultures,
They are helping people understand and appreciate the richness of Kashmiri culture.
especially in a world where cultures are often, misrepresented or misunderstood.
Yeah. Absolutely. It's so important to have resources like that.
So as we wrap up this deep dive, what's the main takeaway you hope our listeners will remember?
I think it's important to remember that these proverbs are more than just sayings. They're a reflection of a deep cultural heritage.
Yeah, and a source of wisdom and guidance that's been passed down for generations.
Exactly. And while they're rooted in Kashmiri culture, they speak to these universal truths about human nature, resilience, the importance of connection.
Beautifully put. And if these proverbs have sparked your curiosity, I encourage you to keep exploring the world of Kashmiri culture.
Definitely, there's so much to learn.
Check out the Kashmiri Global Podcast. Read some Kashmiri literature.
Connect with the Kashmiri diaspora.
There's a whole world out there waiting to be discovered.
And the journey of discovery, that's the best part.
That's a wrap, listeners. We hope you enjoyed this deep dive into the world of Kashmiri proverbs.
It's been a pleasure.
Until next time, keep exploring, keep learning, and keep those minds open.